So all his bathrooms have been skimmed out. All been done. Oops, nearly fell down the hole. We sort all this out today. There, I need to put my pipes in. I'm just going to cut a nice square hole out, put my pipes in and then put my board back. I got him to skim all that properly because I didn't want it different level for my board. So we're using wet wool. So we skimmed that first yesterday to make sure it dries out a bit dry by end of today. And then we'll prime it and get ready to stick his boards on. Is putting the pipework in this wall for the shower. Now these are overhead showers, so I always leave about 100mm off the ceiling if I can. The showers, what I use, are 1100 long, so I always set them 1200 from the top of the ceiling, draw a line, like so, make sure it's bang level, everything has to be bang level. When I built my stud wall, I made sure that I've got my backhand to screw the shower on top of it there. So I'll do that centre, 400 there. And then every shower's 150mm. Centres. Then, if you've watched my videos, you'll notice that I put a batten in across there. So when I drill through there, there's a batten there, and then when I screw my shower on, it's going to be lovely. I use a tight bit. This is a 20mm hole because I don't want that pipe moving about. I don't need clearance, I want it exact to the millimetre. So a 20mm hole, 15mm pipe, just enough clearance. When you're drilling through wood or all like that, you've got to make sure when you're drilling, your wood stays like that. I mean, your drill stays like that. And the bit is straight. Not on an angle, not up, not down, straight. Straight through that hole. Like that. Because if it's on an angle or all like that, when you put your pipe through, your pipe's going to come out of the wall on an angle. And that's what we don't want. When we resip, just round that line so I can get in and do it. And there we go. Reason why I do it this way is because if I would have put the pipes in, the plaster would have had to struggle to get round that. And then what happens is no matter how good the plaster you are, you'd end up forming like a cone where the pipes are. This way, I cut that board out, get my pipes in, push straight up through that hole, bish bash bosh, job done. Pull that panel back, lift it up, screw it back in. You never know it's been out. Top tip from MDSE Kitchens and Bathrooms. Subscribe to my channel. Beautiful. Now, get my hand up there for my pipe work, get in. This is a beauty of the stud wall. I reckon I'll bend my pipe up there in that existing hole which is already there, so I don't have to put no more of that joist down. So that is what I'll do. For some running hot pipe, I just like to tape the hot. Several times, and then if someone else comes along in the future, they'll know that's box. You can do this with a cold, but I don't want it. Yeah, I want a drill lead. You just take that board out. Where's my cordless? Cordless. drill. This is how many times I have to tell him for it to register.
Get in here.
Need space to work. Quickly get in the young gear. Slow that through there. Enough room for the elbow. Make sure there's no bits in it. Same. I've been using my cutter to open silicone. Wing nuts. Wing nuts, wing nuts, wing nuts. Then what we're going to do is we're going to be shoving it through an hole. Just cover the end up because we don't want it damaged. And we don't want no bits on it. Just got to keep pushing it tempo. Beautiful. And take your tape off. Make sure that's nice, smooth. Put your inner in it. Always make sure it's cut round it. When you're putting this on, push, twist. Then there's some lips on that there. In there, there's a lip on it. You'll feel it. So if you're unsure, just turn it like that, you feel it. Jolly good. That's it, make sure it's gone. What you don't want it tilting on your pipe. Get rid of it. Like so. Now you couldn't do that with copper, could you? No. Same again, all I'm going to do is just cover the end. How did you know which is up? Because I've taped it all the way down. That's it. On there, like so. There we go. Because this wood's so soft, what I've done there is I've upped it, the nail, and pushed it in, pulled it into that fitting, just to hold that pipe there off that wall. So if anybody screws through that wall, they don't hit it from the other side. And that's it.
What do you mean?
I want some timber, just thin ones. I want some 3x2, some battens what I've cut. I've cut a load of them already. Where are they?
They're different. I'll try and get them. No, I've got
This is what I have to work with.
I've got them. I took them out.
Can I have them, please? I cut a load of battens that long, so I can put on these joists here where they've cut them out. Throw them all in, Skip. You know what I mean? This is what I have to put away. If you don't think for them, they can't think. I'll be quicker going to get it myself. Does that look like they want to be thrown away? Like talking to myself. No, you're telling what you think you're throwing them away for. Einstein. pipe, make sure it's nice and smooth. Hot and cold pipes in, drill through his timber, shower will screw straight onto that. So at the minute, because we're putting a wet wall on here, I'm going to connect them up last. I'm confident that them fittings won't leak, so I don't need to test it. But you should always test it if you're not confident in your work. And that's it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to strengthen these four up with these battens. Where I took them out are the heating pipes, they're in his way for the waste, so we're going to have to alter them.